Heavy snow blanketed cities across Russia over the weekend, with a severe snowstorm hitting Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Vladivostok. Snowfall in Moscow broke a 50-year record on Friday, according to Novaya Gazeta Europe, after a severe storm hit the capital and surrounding areas. Moscow's Sheremetyevo airport was thrown into chaos, with flights delayed or canceled and thousands of passengers waiting in the arrivals area for hours to collect their luggage. Pulkovo Airport also reported flight delays and cancellations on Saturday as strong winds and snow blanketed St. Petersburg. The city center was buried in 26 centimeters, more than 10 inches, of snow. On the same day, another storm hit the far eastern port city of Vladivostok, with snowfall continuing into Sunday. Medusa shared photos from the winter storm that hit Russia.
Спасибо, Салкым Ханным. Она поехала и как-то ее уговорила. Ты знаешь, Салкым очень странная. Не знаю, но я не мог даже представить, что отец женится, и эта женщина найдет общий язык со всеми.
Moscow experienced a record-breaking snowfall, one of the heaviest in the last century and a half. At its peak, the snowfall reached 65 centimeters. The snowfall paralyzed airports, road traffic, and courier services. Cyclone Frances, which turned Moscow and its surrounding areas into a giant snowdrift, began on Friday, January 9th. First, the roads were completely jammed. Massive traffic jams formed, despite it being a holiday, including on the Moscow Ring Road, Volokholamsko Highway, and Mitrosko Highway. Large trucks were mostly stuck, and drivers reported numerous minor accidents. Due to the truck backlog, a major traffic jam also formed on the Yaroslavsko Highway leading into Moscow. Drivers were stuck for over 6 hours. Courier services were also paralyzed. Some apps showed a minimum delivery time of 12 hours. Meanwhile, food was delivered to the BFM editorial office only 5 hours after ordering. Couriers reported that their bicycles were not designed for such weather conditions, despite having winter tires. The snowfall came at an inopportune time. Many Muscovites spent the New Year holidays at their dachas, and returning to the city presented a challenge. Snow-covered dachas can only be cleared with tractors, but they usually order them in advance. Several Moscow region residents we contacted had subscriptions and contracts for snow removal. But those who aren't careful will have a nervous breakdown. During the peak of the snowfall, we posed as clients and contacted spectechnics to find out how much an unscheduled site cleanup would cost. According to the VDNK weather station, the heaviest snowfall recorded overnight and throughout the day on January 9th was caused by a Mediterranean cyclone. Rainfall reached 21.4 millimeters in 24 hours, 40% of the monthly average. The daily rainfall record was also broken that day. The previous record of 12.9 millimeters, set in 1976, was surpassed by 1.5 millimeters. Other weather stations also recorded significant rainfall. 15 millimeters fell in Tushino, 19 millimeters in Balkans, and between 15 and 26 millimeters in the Moscow region. Snow depth in Moscow was 30 to 38 cm and up to 51 centimeters in the Moscow region, according to the Cheriste weather station. The Hydrometeorological Center stated that over the past 146 years, Moscow has recorded 24 winter snowfalls totaling more than 15 millimeters. They added that such snowfalls occur on average once every 5 to 6 years.
Даже полиция вон поменяла себе железных коней на меховых. Да, ребята.
The Moscow City Services Department reported that heavy snowfall occurred again in several areas of the city on January 11. The department predicted that up to 12 centimeters of snow could fall in the capital by January 14. They emphasized that city services were working around the clock to mitigate the impact of the storm. On January 10, due to snowfall, Sheremetyevo International Airport imposed restrictions on aircraft arrivals. This resulted in delays in baggage claim, and a large number of arriving passengers congregated at the baggage claim area. On January 11, the Sheremetyevo Press Service reported that the airport was operating without restrictions and was fully serving airlines and passengers. Baggage claim was also operating without interruption, they confirmed.